10 strongest air forces all around the world. German Air Force. The German Air Force was established in 1956. It is also known by the term Luftwaffe and is an aerial warfare branch of the Bundeswehr. In the modern era, the United States government still lends nuclear weapons to Luftwaffe under the NATO Nuclear Sharing Agreement. More than 3,400,000 personnel and 119,871 aircrafts. Most doctrinally advanced and most battle-experienced air forces in the world at the time of World War II. In 2005 and 2008, F-4 Phantom fighter planes took part in the Baltic air policing operation of NATO. Most of the pilots of the Luftwaffe are trained either in the United States or in Canada. The practical training centers are located at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico and the Canadian Forces Air Command Base at Goose Bay. Korean Air Force. The Republic of Korea Air Force is the South Korean Ministry of National Defense's Aerial Warfare Force Department. It was created on October 1, 1949, and in March of this year, South Korea got the first of 40 F-35 fighter fighters as part of its largest arms acquisition ever. The major combat jets of the Republic of Korea Air Force include the stealth F-35 Lightning II, Boeing F-15E, F-16 Fighting Falcon Kate-50 Kite-81, Northrop F-5, and F-4 Phantom II. They have a total of 450 combat jets, and as of 2018, the ROK Air Force has 65,000 active troops. Japanese Air Force. The JASDF was founded on July 1, 1954. It is one of the sharpest tools created for Japan's defense-oriented agenda. Since Japan did not have a distinct air force after World War II, it led to the formation of JASDF. It conducts combat air patrols throughout Japan and maintains a vast network of early warning radar systems on the ground and in the air. In 2005, it was estimated that it employed 45,000 people. As of 2010, the JASDF has 805 aircraft, 424 of which are fighters. With the passage of the 1954 Self-Defense Forces Law, the Imperial Japanese Army and Navy were abolished and replaced by the JSDF, with the JASDF serving as the aviation branch. French Air Force. It became an autonomous military arm in 1933. The French made a successful effort to build a domestic aircraft industry in the post-World War II era. The Mirage proved its worth during the Gulf War, becoming one of the most popular jet fighters of the time thanks to its high level of combat capability. There are around 300 combat aircraft in service. It has 234 combat aircraft, with 158 Dassault Mirage 2000s and 59 Dassault Rafales accounting for the majority. It's waiting for the A400M military transport plane, which is thought to be in the works. Royal Air Force UK. The Royal Air Force has around 33,000 active personnel and has over 550 manned aircraft, of which currently 160 plus are multi-role fighter jets and around 90 are helicopters. The main fighter jet of Royal Air Force UK includes stealth F-35 Lightning II. Currently, 18 are in active service. Total of 138 to be procured in coming years, and Eurofighter Typhoons total of 142 in active service. Israeli Air Force. The Israeli Air Force operates as the aerial warfare branch of the Israel Defense Forces. It was founded on May 28, 1948, shortly after the Israeli Declaration of Independence. As of August 2017, Aluf Amikam Norkan serves as the Air Force commander. Most of Israel's military aircraft have been obtained from the United States. Among these are the A4 Skyhawk, F4 Phantom II, F-15 Eagle, F-16 Fighting Falcon, and F-35 Lightning II. The Israeli Air Force has also operated several domestically produced types such as the Ian Escher, and later, the more advanced Kafir. On June 7, 1981, 8 IF F-16s covered by 6 F-15s carried out Operation Opera to destroy the Iraqi nuclear facilities at Oz, Iraq. Indian Air Force. The fourth largest air force in the world with approximately 170,000 personnel and 1,500 aircraft. It was officially established on the 8th of October 1932. Military schools and Sainik schools were founded to broaden the recruitment base of the defense forces. It has the best equipped air force across the world along with professional standards. It had been involved in several wars, one with neighboring Pakistan and one with the People's Republic of China. During the Kargil War of 1999, it had provided close air support to the Indian Army with the use of helicopters. Chinese Air Force. The People's Liberation Army Air Force, also known as the Chinese Air Force and the People's Air Force, is an aerial service branch of the People's Liberation Army, the regular armed forces of the People's Republic of China. The PLAF was officially established on the 11th of November 1949 and it is composed of 5 branches which are aviation, anti-aircraft artillery, surface-to-air missiles, SAM, radar, and airborne corps. Aircraft inventory of PLAF August 1st Aerobatic Team includes the J-10 and it has previously flown the JJ-5 and J-7. The Skywing and Red Falcon Air Demonstration Teams, which operate Nanshang CJ-6 and Hongdu JL-8 respectively, were established in 2011. Russian Air Force. The Russian Air Force was founded after the disintegration of the Soviet Union in 1991-92 and soon became one of the strongest air forces in practical combat. Experience had been gained in participating in the Spanish Civil War, and against Japan in the Far East. In the 1980s, it had deployed approximately 10,000 aircraft and at the beginning of 1990 STHE, the Soviet Union had an air force that in terms of quantity and quality fulfilled superpower standards. It operates more than 3,000 strategic bombers, 4,500 fighter planes like the MiG-29 Fulcrum, MiG-25 Foxbat. It has about 3,400 attack aircraft like Su-24 Fencer, Su-25 Frog, Foot, and Su-17 Fitter.25 Foxbat. It has about 3,400 attack aircraft like Su-24 Fencer, Su-25 Frog Fu, T, and Su-17 Fitter. United States Air Force. The United States owns the largest number of warplanes in the world, which almost equals the rest of the world put together. It is the most technologically advanced air force in the world. It was founded on the 11th of September 1947, with the motto "No one comes close." As of 2012, the service operates more than 5,638 aircraft, 450 ICBMs and 63 satellites. It has a $140 billion budget with 332,854 active duty, 185,522 civilian, 71,400 Air Force Reserve, and 106,700 Air National Guard personnel. It has been involved in many wars, conflicts using military air operations. Members of USAF are very health conscious and adopt physical fitness assessments. The U.S. Air Force provides air support for surface force and aids in the recovery of troops.